Anton LaVey, who was the man who was the founder of the so-called Church of Satan, was reported to have said on his deathbed, right before he died, oh my, what have I done? There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong. And then he died. That was the guy who founded the Church of Satan. Pretty disturbing last words, wouldn't you think? Like, what was that guy seeing in his mind's eye as he passed away from this thing we call life? Like, what was he going through? What was he seeing? I'm going to venture to say he's in a very, very terrible place right now, because he made very poor decisions in his life. And it's unfortunate that most people on this planet will go their whole lives and never have the conversation with themselves about, hey, what happens when we actually die? Because at some point this party ends. They might sort of like dabble into that kind of thought process and, kind of think about it a little bit. And on occasion, once in a while, they may have had like that kind of a conversation with somebody. But most people won't really dig deep into it and really like think about it, really soul search on it. Because you could argue it's like the most important thing in the world to think about. Or it's certainly up there. Because at some point, it's lights out. It's all over. And nobody really wants to think about that. But it happens. And it happens for every single person at some point. At some point, it's game over. And the thing is in many cases, we don't know when that point's going to be. We really don't. It could come from a car wreck. It could come from all sorts of things. But make no mistake, it comes at one point or another. And it would behoove people to really soul search on this thing. Take a walk by themselves and just speak out to God and say, are you really there? Are you real? Who is Jesus Christ? Is Jesus Christ real? If Jesus is real, Jesus, please show yourself to me. And I don't know, you might need to sit there and have that conversation many, many times over. I don't know. But I would definitely tell you, it's very wise to go take a quiet walk by yourself, or just sit there, maybe when you're alone, and start to go down that conversational road in your mind and have that conversation, even if you feel weird or crazy in doing so. Just go do it. Because nobody wants to think about it. But at some point, it's lights out. It's all over. And people need to think about this. Society has us, a lot of people at least, in the mind frame of, oh, when we die, we just go into the ground and it's nothingness. It's in just, there's nothing anymore. It's not so. There is something. And it's either really good or really bad. So for me, I came to Christ some years ago, and it's made all the difference in my life. So I used to have serious problems in my past. I seriously recommend him to anybody. So with that, I would urge you, if you haven't done it already, have this conversation with you and God and see what happens. It could be the most important thing you'll ever do. Take care.